how's it going? You guys doing all right? This is Coach Ray with the Brownsville Royal Knights. This is the chess puzzle show. We made it. It's the weekend. Guys, hope you guys are doing a having a great time. It's 2023 and we got chess goals, racer chess rating, win more points at tournaments, and all of that good stuff, right? So great, guys. Let's start with some puzzles. I want to look over some. Hopefully, we look at some checkmate patterns today, and maybe I'll also want to look at some games from this book of Attack the Castle Kings, and let's get on with some puzzles here. So let me share. Let's see. Let me share a puzzle here with you guys. And there we go. We got here share, and there we go. Let me put in the share puzzle. Boop. There we go. And so, what do we see here? Let's see. What do you guys see here? Any idea? What you guys may see here? Boop, 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 boop. What do you think? Well, we on this puzzle here. Hold on. Let me get rid of this and let me go to give you a better. Hey, how's that? Is that better for you guys? Is that best? Is that better? All right. So here we go. Um. Okay. Hold on. Let me make this part of my board there. Okay. Cool. So now I can see myself. All right. So the rook just moved here to c1. All right. The rook just went to c1. It's black to move here. What can we do here? What can we do, guys? What can we do? Hey, all the way from California. How's it going, Alexander? How's it going, Diana? You guys doing okay? We have our lesson tomorrow morning. And all of that. Nationals is coming up pretty fast. So let's see what we got. Okay, let's see, Alexander. Let's get on the ball. Black to move. What is the best move here? We got always look at the long range pieces. The rook is aiming at the queen. The queen can maybe go to a5, maybe go to b, go to there. Bishop's protecting and aiming over here at the at h2. What can we do here? What do you think? What do you see here that we can do? Let's see. What do you guys see? Any ideas at all? The idea here is to expose the king to more checks, or perhaps even get a checkmate. What do you think? What do you think is the move here? Alexander says the knight to d2. It's white to move, though. I mean, it's black to move, my friend. The knight here would not be a good one, but because it's black to move. So we can move back here. Here we lose the knight. Here we lose the knight. Queen takes. Here queen takes, and here queen takes. So the knight can't go to these four squares. At least we don't think so, unless you come out with a move. Black to move, guys. What do you think? If you were thinking here, of course you do get this attack, but the queen just takes there, so nothing there. So what do you think? What's the move? What's the move here? What do we see? Let me see if I can get another link up here. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go, and let me make sure we have board editor on. All right, so what do you see? Any ideas? Any ideas? All right, so let's look at this. What about pawn push? Queen takes, nothing, right? What about queen? Queen moves here with this idea of hopefully a checkmate. You got the knight coming here with a check, and then you have that, right? Now, what if you go check, he goes, bishop takes, he takes, queen can go there, but pawn's gonna go, so nothing, right? So what do you think? What do you see here? Well, let's try that. Let's say queen goes here. Queen. Wait a minute. Whose turn is it? It is white's turn, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Queen here because we're attacking this line, right? Let's see what happens. The rook moves there, and that's the deal. Hold on. Let's see what's the deal with this one. Okay, hold on. Okay. This is the way it was. Okay. So now it's black to move. Oh, sorry. I had my puzzle move. So yeah, the move here is definitely here. And then of course we have the checkmate. Yeah, sorry guys. My bad. All right, so here we go. Let's go. Let's look for this one. Let's look for this one here. Yeah, knight to f3 would have been the move. Very good. So here it is. Now this one's set. What is the move here? It is white to move. We want to attack the expose the king to attacks and all of that. So what is the move here? What do you see? Remember, the idea is to expose the king to good checks, right? Expose the king to good checks. So what do you see? Okay, what's going on? Am I on or not? Yeah, I am. All right, here we go. And here we go. Let me make sure I'm on this page. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see on that one. Oh, there it is. And oh man, it didn't. Oh, there it is. It's coming. It's loading up on the page. Okay, cool. So you can see this. You can see the chess puzzle show on my profile page. Ray Martinez. You can see it on the Brownsville Royal Night page, and you can see it on ACTITUD y PASIÓN channel. Hey, look at here, Daniel. How's it going? So Daniel says, what does Daniel say? King takes, pawn check. Yeah, that was the move. Oh, okay. King pawns check is correct. Now, what is the move here? We have check, right? Or we have capture. The move is capture, right? The move is capture because now queen comes here to control that square. What do we do here? The queen is attacking this rook. What is the move? The move is way back here. Check, right? And we got it. And that should be it. Because when the king drops here, what do we have? We don't have here check anymore, but we do have here, or we do have there. Which one do we want to do? Here, right? Boop. And then of course, if he moves here, what's the move? What do you think is the move? We can go here, right? Or what else? We can go here, right? So we can go here because he's got to go either there or here. Let's say he goes there. Then of course we don't have the check here. We don't have the check here, right? And we don't have this check either. But maybe we can go here. He moves here. Maybe we can go there. And of course he goes here. We have this, and we're totally destroying this guy here. That makes sense. Maybe he moves here. We maybe start chasing him. And what's the move here? There it is. Oh no, that wouldn't be it because of this. But we missed the move. We missed the move. Does that make sense? And so this is how you would get it. Okay, so Daniel got it right here, right? Here to prepare this checkmate here or checkmate there or check there. So he's got to save something. So he saves here, right? That's the move we missed. We goes there. What's the move here? We have this, right? If he goes here, then we have to capture there. He goes here, then we capture. We go check here. He moves here. Then of course we go there, and of course he goes down there. We have the bishop, and he goes back there, and of course we have this. And he takes, he goes, and we got the checkmate. Does that make sense, guys? All right, that was kind of cool, right? All right, let's look at the next one, guys. Let's look at the next one. All right, here we go. All right, white to move. Let's see what we get here. White to move. What do you think? White is the move. White to move. And So come on, get with the program. Let's get, what do we do here? Well, we have a discover attack, right? Anytime you have a piece attacking, right? Anytime you got a piece attacking, that's what we're going to do. Hey, all of you guys that are watching us on the Brownsville Royal Night page, let's see. I got already about a whole bunch of people watching on that page. Let's see who's there. I can't see from here. But man, give us the likes and all of that. So great. So yeah, the move is uh Alexander says capture the bishop. Yes, definitely capture the bishop. He blocks. What's the move? Well, we have queen takes, right? Rook takes queen, right? And there it is. You got it. Of course, he's gonna take there, and this is a pin, right? So maybe we can bring the bishop out, or we can do some other stuff. But at that point, probably the move is avoid that, right? We need to avoid that. The rook's not going anywhere. So maybe just move the bishop here, or we could just move the rook, Well, no, because we can't go here because of these two squares. So maybe move the bishop here, keeping away from there. He might go here, no big deal. All right. And of course, we can push the pawn maybe there, and the queen protects. And of course, later on, we can come in with some pieces and we're okay. That makes sense? So that's cool. Very good. All right. So let's go here. Next one. What's the move here? Good job, Alexander, on that one. What's the move here? Again, long range pieces. We got the bishop aiming here. We could get the queen there to h7. We would have a checkmate. So what's the move? We got three pieces here. The king's gonna be trapped. So obviously the move's gonna be here, right? Check, and we got the mate. That one's too easy, right? Cool. Does this make sense, guys? Hunting the king, right? Yeah, very good. Alexander got it. Uh, Queen to h5. All right, look at this one. What do you think here? This one's easy. This is a freebie, man. This is a freebie. It's one of those, freebies. So what do you think here? The king can't go here. This bishop's pinned, and the king can't move at all. So come on. The move is a night. Boom. Kind of like a smother's mate type of deal. Boom. Right? And of course, that would be it, right? It makes sense? All right. Let's go to the next one. All right. So what do we got here? Uh Queen can capture queen, but I don't know if that's the move you want to do. So what else can we do? We want to separate the king from the queen. What is the move? This is one position that you guys need to know here. Yes, very good. Alexander's on a roll, and that is the move. The bishop check. The king cannot go here. The bishop has to capture or move away. Either way, he has to capture or move away. He captures, and that leaves the queen unprotected. Queen takes queen, and we took care of business. The way we would win this, we bring the rook here, rook lift, and then one of those squares, and that's totally gone. Now, if you were to move here, I'm sure we could probably even get away with capturing, but the move is here. He moves down, and of course, like I said, rook here to go up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this guy goes here, or maybe he goes there. Either way, you rook lift it. He might go there. We go right here, or even there. But excuse me. Excuse me. So there, and of course, what would the move be there? Well, we could capture, right? But pawn captures, and it would be rook versus rook, so we don't do that. So what's the move? Maybe the move is just move right there. Now, let's say at this point that this pawn pushes up. What would the move be here? Obviously, that pawn push is a mistake. How do you take advantage of this and win? How do you take advantage of this and win? Huh? What do you think? How do you take advantage of this position and win? Look at the board. Remember, end game techniques, get rid of your problem. right? What do we look for? We look at the square that the color is on. Yes, very good, Alexander. No, Alexander, no, 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 no. That's not the move. Okay, you go here. Ah, well, he doesn't have to capture. He doesn't have to capture. Yeah, well, no, yeah, but he doesn't have to capture, right? Because I know you were trying to say, all right, this is what you were trying to say here. You were trying to say he goes here and then you capture there. And then, of course, wherever he moves, you capture there. That's what you were trying to do. But remember, he doesn't have to capture. So if he doesn't have to capture, that's not the move. Why not just capture? Why not just capture the knight? That makes sense. Capture the knight because if he goes here, we definitely have the move and we win this one, right? So that's the deal. So now if he comes here, which would be pretty bad, then we have the checkmate because the queen's there. That makes sense. So to this position, let's say he even moves here. So then if he moves there, then we have this move. He's got a block here, right? He blocks here, no big deal. What's the move here? Well, we wish you could go there. So the move is check, and he's got to move out of the way, right? And then what do? We can go here. We can go here for this mate because the queen's controlling this square, right? Now, if the king moves here, for instance, or all the way here, what do? Well, we still have the check because when we goes here, we go there. I think we can go there, right? He moves there. Oh, here it is. See, the rook's attacking. The rook's protected by the queen. The queen's controlling the whole line. Basically, it's a sandwich. That kind of deal. Cool deal. All right. Let's see what else. What else? All right. Let's continue there. All right. So the rook moves. The rook at A moves to D1. What can we do here? Think about it. What can we do here? Had a tournament today, man. Kids did really well. Bunch of 4 points. Had a 4.5 in there. One of the teams that I hopefully will start working with up in the La Feria. They took fourth place. One of my new students there did really well. An old student of mine came up. Then turns out, man, she's a big old girl. I used to train her when she was in kindergarten, and now she's a sixth grader. And it's like, man, that's a huge difference. And she got a trophy. Uh, and so, man, let's see, what do we got? We got Daniel says queen takes pawn. All right, queen takes pawn. What really? Queen takes pawn. Uh, Here, let me take that out. Okay, hold on. There we go. Can't see it. I don't know why I can't see this. All right, there we go. Queen takes pawn. Well, queen takes pawn here with this idea would work, right? And then, of course, if he goes here, I don't know. What's the thing? The thing about stuff like that is that the queen has checks, guys. The queen has checks. So we need to create something with temple. So in that case, why not here? Oh yeah, that's what Alexander said. Alexander got you to the punch there. The check is correct. Now you're controlling this, the pawn's controlling that square. So what do? We attack on the color that the king's on. Yeah, queen takes pawn, and there's the check, and there's the mate. That makes sense. Alexander, good job on the bishop to e3. Good job. Again, let's look at that one again. Okay, here we go. Okay, la. Never mind. Never mind. It went all the way to the first moves. All right. So here we go. What do we got here? The pawn's attacking the knight. Little pawn attacks big piece. That's always a good thing. So what do we do here? Well, we do have a 2-to-1. We have this, and we have this, and he's got one. And I always say, when you have a 2-to-1, always capture, right? So why not? Now, if we go here, bishop takes, and the queen can't really do anything. So when we have a 2-to-1, always capture, right? And there we go. And he blocks. What do? What can we do here? We could we could capture, but the queen captures, and we don't want to lose this guy. So the move is just move away, and we got it right. Boom. Continue training. That's it. That's the move. So uh, let's say this guy goes here. Do we challenge? We could challenge. We could challenge because if he takes, then we take and we control the file. Let's say he moves here. Well, when we're controlling that square, now we're controlling these two squares. So what's the move here? We go here, he captures, so we can't go there, right? So we have pawn push. We have. Hey, look at this! Boom, boom, and boom. So the rook is attacking the queen. He's gonna have to capture or he loses, right? So bishop takes. Again, maybe he moves here. No, no, he's got to move all the way over here. And then what's the move here? What do? We can leave that there, right? We can leave that there, and then maybe we can attack here because that goes there. He captures, we capture, right? We capture, and everything is cool, right? So whatever happens here, let's say the rook comes into play. Oh no, it's white to move. What do we do with white to move? Well, we can push the pawn. We can push the pawn. Um, mm, I don't know. Maybe we can even attack this guy, or not just capture, and we're okay. We have a pass pawn that can go in there. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. All right. So, guys, let me here to stop sharing, and let's talk a little bit about I had a situation today, a touch move. Guys, when you guys are playing in tournaments, man, when you guys are playing in tournaments, you have to make sure that you don't touch pieces, that you don't rush into the position, that you write down whatever move you're gonna make, and then you take it from there. You just don't touch pieces because a touch move today, a game got lost because of the a touch move situation, and but it was rushed. Wrote the right move down, touched the wrong piece, and even if you write it down, as long as you touch the piece in a matter that's in the tension of movement, you must move the piece. Notation does not uh, forgive you for a touch move. Let's put it that way. Notation does not forgive you for a touch move. Now, if you touch it like say like this, and they say touch move because you touch it with this part of your hand, then of course the notation saves you. But actually, we don't move pieces with this part of the hand. We grab the piece. We grab the piece, and that's what this touch move. And so sometimes you get excited about the plan, and you write it down, and then you go past that move and you go to the next move that you had a plan on, and you touch that piece and you get a touch move. Sometimes that's what happens. So yeah. So cool. So I want to share, let's see, I think it's this. Yeah, let me share this, and let's do a little bit maybe a little bit of teaching here, and let's go board editor here, and let me put that in there. There we go. And so, you know what? Let me just analyze this position, and there we go. And we go there, and it's analyzed, right? There it is. This is analyzed. So let's look at a couple of games that attacks the king, the castle king, right? All right, let me look at a game here. Thought I had it here. All right, here we go. Game one. Yeah, game one's a good one. All right. I think I've done this game before. Uh so here we go. Watch the moves for white. Look at what white's gonna do here. And the move is here. It starts with e4, e5. Remember, this game is about attacking the castle position, the castle king. So e4, e5, the knight develops attacking the center, which is really good. The knight to c6 protects the pawn and developing, right? And then we have a Rui Lopez. Rui Lopez here. This is what we call a Rui Lopez. A6 is the grandmaster move, and of course the bishop retreats. If we capture, then we got the Ruy Lopez exchange, right? And so he goes there, and of course from there we have the knight comes out. Boom, the knight's attacking the pawn. Two knight, kind of like two knight game, but it's not. Uh, Immediately attack the center with d4. He can capture the pawn, that's no problem. We're probably going to castle and bring the rook here and attack right through there. So that's sometimes it's a sacrifice. So this guy goes pawn takes the pawn, right? And now instead of capturing here, we push the pawn. We're creating tempo. This is a move that creates tempo because it forces black to make a move he doesn't want to do. What does he want to do? He wants to maybe develop the bishop. Maybe he wants to push the pawn to develop this bishop. But no, little pawn attacks big piece, grandmaster move. The knight cannot take because then knight would capture, right? And so he doesn't want to take. So to that, the knight goes to the middle of the board. And that's a good move because he's attacking the weak square. He's attacking squares around here, but the knight is not protected. So what do? We castle. Why? Because we want to bring the rook to the middle. When the king is in the middle, when the king is left in the middle, we want to clean this. Watch, Ukila. We want to clean these two files. Actually, think about this. We want to clean up everything in those squares. Everything in here, we want to clean out. Whether it's your pieces or your opponent's pieces, we want to take out everything on those squares so that the rooks can come in and boom, attack the king. All right, does that make sense? Anyway, the bishop moves to e7 to hopefully block any attacks on the king. And the knight captures here in the middle. Knight captures back. And obviously the queen comes in. So now the queen is aiming at g7 for a possible checkmate if he castles in this direction. And he's attacking the knight. And look at the knight. He can go here and he can go there. But that's about it. All right. So the knight decides to go to c5 because he's attacking the unprotected bishop. And the bishop simply slides down to b3, still attacking the weak pawn f7. The knight captures, which is really good. And of course, this guy captures, keeping the pawns together and allowing a rook move, a rook to develop. And black castles. There we go. So black castles is the queen in the center, very strong. Black does, hold on. Oh, he castles. So, okay, he castles. And of course, we have developed. Again, the pawn is attacking, the bishop is attacking c7, right? And also protecting the pawn and still continuing the attack to h8, h6. All right. So, guess what happens? f6. Now, to f6, we create an opening here on the white diagonal, exposing his king to a check, which white uses to win a pawn. So here it is. Boom, check. And he's aiming at this pawn, but at the same time, this bishop's going to be aiming at that pawn. The king moves over to the edge, and we have e captures. And there it is. Boom. That makes sense? The bishop captures f6, right? Just after f6, bishop captures c7. The queen must move, so the queen goes to e8. And of course, we continue to attack. Here comes the bishop attacking. The king goes up, right? King goes up. And then, of course, develop, and the rooks are connected, right? The rooks are connecting here. The move here is b6, not allowing the knight, of course, controlling these squares and a whole bit, but also allowing for the bishop to develop to attack the king side. All right. Rook A to e1. Hopefully he's going to push the pawn. That's why he didn't go this way, but he's attacking the queen, right? The queen goes to g8, protecting the rook. He has to. If he would have gone to this move, then queen would have captured the rook for free. All right. So to this, the queen goes to e4, and look at the move. He's attacking the rook, and he's attacking here for this pawn. Obviously, the rook here has problems. Where does the rook move? The rook is dead. So let's suppose here that the rook would go here. That's the only safe square, right? So what do we do now? Well, we have this. We're attacking the rook, we're attacking the queen, and we're attacking the bishop, right? So must prevent. So we have this. He goes there, right? And that's force. He blocks, and of course, that's mate. Does that make sense, guys? Again, develop, attack the center. When the king is left in the center, you open up and clean the E file and D file as best as you can. Bring rooks through there and attack. Let's look at another game. Let's look at another game here. All right, let's look at another game. Game number 2 coming up. Black resigns again. These are all, hopefully they're all resigns. This is going to be a French defense. E4, E6. Black is playing the French defense here. All right, D4. When they don't push a pawn to the center squares, always bring the D4 up because you want to take possession of the center. This is the center. You want to take possession of the center. If you're attacking the center, you're attacking. But in this case, white has possession of the center. Does that make sense, Christian? Controlling the center is very important. Christian, you did awesome today. 4 points at the tournament. So proud of you, big guy. The fight will come. The fight will come. You guys do your lessons. You guys study your notes. The wins will come. Trust me, the wins have been coming for 23 years that I've been teaching chess. Championships have been won when the students study their notes. Does it make sense? And like my mentor Susan Porgar says, win with honor and lose with grace. Does that make sense? If you lose, lose with grace. You know, you're graceful. You're never a bad sportsmanship. Never a bad sportsman. Always, shake your opponent's hand and say, hey, you got me this time. Maybe I'll get you next time. A good game or something like that. Does that make sense? But again, we play with honor. We are Royal Knights. Those of you that are my students, you're Royal Knights. You represent your family. You represent your school. You represent me as the Royal Knights coach. And you're also representing yourself, So we win with honor and we lose with grace. Do you understand, guys? All right. Good job. Let's see the next move. This guy goes C5. Also another line in the French defense. When the pawn wants to take a center pawn, there needs to be another pawn to replace it. So we go c3 because if he takes, then the pawn comes back to the center. Does that make sense? All right. Bishop goes to here because if he had gone all the way here, then we have this pawn and he loses tempo. So this is why the bishop simply goes to e7, and he's creating a battery against g5. G5 is a square that white uses a lot, either with the bishop or the knight. So this is a good battery to attack g5. All right. So the knight develops to f3, attacking the center, protecting the center, and attacking that very important square g5. C captures, and of course, you replace your center pawn. Boom. The knight develops to f6, attacking this pawn, right? So what do? Who's the best protector of that guy? The knight to c6, c3. So there we go, knight to c3. The move here is h6. What is he afraid of? He's afraid of this bishop to g5, but it's not. He should develop a piece or play d6. This is the move for black. He should have played d6 so the bishop could play, or he should have developed the knight, right? h6 is just not good, all right? It's a bad move. So what does this guy do? He does h3, right? With the idea, the better move here would have been developed, which would have been the bishop here aiming at h7 for the possible checkmate. But he went h3. Okay, black castles. Ding, 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 ding. We know where he lives. We know where he lives. We send all our army to h7 and g7 and h6, and we're going to beat the king. So here he goes. Collie bishop. Bishop to d3, aiming at h7. You gotta look to see that your pieces are aiming. The knight moves back, going a little bit of Hungarian there with this idea. Maybe with this idea, he takes, maybe bishop takes, and maybe bishop takes, and maybe queen comes in, and everything's really good for black. So that's the idea. This underdevelops the knight, but it's used, right? All right. So in this case, believe it or not, the knight would have been better if left there with the pawn to d6. That would have been a better move. Okay. So what is the move? Attack. Look at that. He didn't challenge. So we're pushing the pawn, plus we're opening up a square for the knight, or we're opening up a square for the bishop. The bishop to attack here, a knight from here to maybe go to this square or that square later on. The knight's going to be moving like this, that kind of deal, and he's going to get into a very beautiful checkmate with the knights here in the middle. Hopefully, if this is the game I'm thinking about. All right, so where am I? Man, I lost my place. No, I didn't. I sure did, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, the knight goes there. E5. Oh yeah. Here we go. E5 is played. Black does F5. Pretty good, but it weakens the king side. It weakens the king side. Besides, you don't play F5 until maybe he has castle to the king side, so that this guy can still go queen side and pawn storm, and there's pawns are messed up over here. So now to that, obviously en passant. Here we go. En passant. En passant is he's captured when a pawn moves 2 squares, and he can only do that on his first move. So on that pawn's first move though. So we have here, and of course the knight captures, all right? And then of course the knight comes into the center. We're attacking 2 great squares in the king's area here. A strong post for the knight. This is these 2 squares are very strong for knights whenever possible, whenever you can land them on d5 or e5, especially d5. Of course we can't because this pawn's there, but these are very powerful squares for the knights. Okay, the knight develops, challenging the knight in the middle, right? And so this guy just retreats, right? Because he also wants to protect the pawn. And also, boom, this idea can happen. All right. The knight goes to b4, attacking the bishop, and also attacking c3, not allowing the knight to go there. And of course, to this, we have the move that is, what's the move here? Hold on. 12. Okay, the move here is you castle. We have to castle, guys. Castle. The knight captures the bishop. The queen captures the knight. Again, the queen's going in this direction. Look at this wonderful square for the queen of the knight to land here. The queen goes there to stop action on this diagonal. And of course, the knight goes to e2. Now, why e2? Because he's on his way to going to these 2 squares. He may go there. He may go there. And of course, this guy is thinking already of this square follow with this guy. Does that make sense? So white is moving in the direction of where the black king is at. And that's what you got to do. He's aiming at g6. All right. Yeah. This queen is also aiming at g6 here. And to win the exchange. The knight goes to d5. Okay. The rook opens up on the file. But this king is in danger. F4. Here comes F4. Shortening up the file for the black rook, but at the same time we can have a rook lift, and boom, we're going to be winning this position. B6 is happening because he wants to either move the bishop here to attack, or maybe here to protect. Either way. All right, the move here, push pawn again. Boom. It doesn't matter that it's 2-1. We simply want to destroy. Actually, it's not 2-1. Look at the queen. So it's a 2-2. We want to push, gain territory, and push forward and weaken the position. The bishop goes to g5, attacking the bishop, right? So what do? When we have a good piece versus a bad piece, you exchange the bad piece for a good piece. This bishop is strong. He can move here. He can move back. This bishop doesn't have any moves because everywhere he moves, he's going to get captured. So the move here was simply capture, right? And of course, the pawn captures. And we have double pawns here, but not a problem. It should be work okay. This is a key square for your horses. Does that make sense? So the idea here is the pawn captures there. Obviously, move number 19 is coming up. Here's the move. We attack that pawn. Boom. We attack that pawn. And so the queen comes in, trying to create some attack on the king side. F captures e6. Where's the F captures e6? Hold on, hold on. Oh yeah, F captures e6, and now the rook's attacking the rook. The rook captures with check, and obviously the rook captures back with check, and we're controlling these two squares like crazy. The rook captures f1. Let's see here. Rook captures f1. All right, so what do we do here? So he takes, right? Uh, 21 would be the rook takes back, and then he goes here, taking that pawn, and the queen the knight goes here, attacking the queen. He can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, he can't go there, can't go there. He's only square or these three squares where the where it was happening, right? And so here is queen to h4 that just moved. The rook goes to look at this. Look at this interesting move. Sacrifice. Okay, hold on, hold on. What did I do here? I missed the move. Oh, the queen moves down, and then look at this. Sacrifice. The king does not want to capture because look at this knight here, right? So here we go. What's the move here? Low on time. We're doing fine. Oh, okay. What is the move? What is the move? Oh yeah, that is the move. So he can't do that, right? So he can't not capture. He has to go here. What is the move here? Queen to d3, check. We're already controlling there, right? So if he pushes, then we go for checkmate. So what does he do? He resigns because if he pushes here, this is checkmate, right? So what else could he do? So maybe he moves here. Well, guess what? He still gets checkmated. Again, exposing the king to danger, exposing the king to more checks, destroying the house, takes you to this winning patterns. Does that make sense, guys? Do you understand what I'm talking about here? All right, cool. So any questions out there? And let me stop sharing here for a little bit. Oh, not leave. Let me stop sharing. Oops, okay, now hold on. Let's stop the show. Let me stop sharing. Here we go. And we're at 44, guys. 44 minutes. What else can we do? Let's do. I want to do some checkmate patterns, guys. Let's look at, if you go to Lead Chess, guys, there's a wonderful puzzles on that. I mean, you can go to practice. You hit practice. Let me share this with you guys in case some of you. Oops, okay, I keep hitting the wrong things today. Anyway, you go to let me present and share, and yeah, here we go. And you go to practice, guys. On the lead chess, you go to practice, and you're able to practice all these checkmate patterns, guys. All these checkmate patterns. Let's look at a little bit harder checkmate pattern like this one, for instance. So here we go with this checkmate pattern. This is really simple. You got the bishop controlling this square, right? So the move here is, of course, the knight simply checks here, and we got to move, right? We go to this position again. A lot of times the positions are going to be the same. So look at this rook. This rook's controlling here, and so is the knight controlling there, controlling there. So the move could be very easily go check, right? Could be the check, and that's the move. And then what do? We have, if we go here, the queen has to capture, and the rook captures, and we totally win the game. But we can also move up here, right? We can also move here because if he captures here, then we simply go here, and this game's over. Does that make sense? These two pawns create a wall that don't let the king come in, and so that's the move. Or if you want to win the queen, you go this way. But I think that the better move would be here. He capture. You see, he's got to block this, right? So what do we do now? Now we do the knight. Now we do the knight because he has to capture, and then here comes the rook, and we have the checkmate. Does that make sense? Look at this checkmate pattern here. The bishop is controlling here. So all we got to do is attack on this line. So the queen simply goes here, and we got a checkmate. Okay, so this is going to be the same pattern. All right, so what do we do here? Well, the bishop's attacking here. We want this kind of like an Anastasia mate, but it's not. The rook needs to attack here, but this pawn's here. So what is the way? Hey, look at here. All the way from Edinburgh. How's Edinburgh doing these days, man? You guys need to get hooked. Well, I mean, there's great guys, great coaches up in the Edinburgh area. There's of course my good friend George Trevino there. He awesome job that he does with the kids over there. There's also Anthony Guerra out of McAllen with the Dark Knights. Very good, good performance out of there, out of that bunch. And but if you want me to go over there, hey, get me some students and. We do great. Hey, your team tied for first. Was it? Did you guys come down to Brownsville, or this was over there? I know you. I know you guys are. Your region is very active. Region 10 is very active up in Texas. So great, man! Congratulations on winning first place today. Um, Definitely, keep doing. I hope you guys are notating so you can get uh go over your moves, go over your games, and regionals is coming up. Oh, well, we're in a different region. That's region 8 is coming up February the 4th and the 5th. Region 10, I believe it's going to be at the same week that Texas State tournament is on. And so that's pretty cool. Hey, so and what is it? Your K1 team got, yeah, your K1 team got third place. Awesome. Awesome job. Awesome job. And so yeah, that's cool. Hey, look at Master Chess Master Alan is saying, way to go. Yeah, we love it when kids do really well, when they win those trophies or win those medals. You come to Brownsville and 4 points sometimes doesn't get you a medal, man. There's so many students that in order to get a medal, you have to win the first 4 rounds. And if you get and you lose the last round, you could possibly get a medal. And I mean, it'd be the top 40, maybe 30, 40 kids are with 4 points and they don't get anything. All like this, man, my rating's going up, or, I did good. But it's hard to tell a kid that he scored 4 points and he doesn't get anything. But it's just the way it is in Brownsville. So many players. And so when you guys come down to Brownsville and there's competition, man, that's where the competition stuff. Oh, you are headed to state after all. You're headed to state. Awesome. Hope to see. Yeah, definitely, man. If you want to set up a time with me, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do something, because I know at state, at regionals, guys, and at state and nationals, I charge for coaching. So if you want me to coach your team, or you want me to coach your child individually in any of these tournaments, I do charge for that. Any local tournament that I go to, I normally analyze games at tournaments for free. Well, normally my students. So normally after every round, all my students come to see me, and we sit down and we go over their games and the whole and all of that. But este but at these special tournaments that a lot of teams are competing for national funding, I have to be very specific with who I'm going to work for, and that's why I charge. And those that pay the coaching fee for regionals, the coaching fee for regionals, guys, to just let you know, is $75 for both days. That's a bargain. When we go to local state, like in this case, it's going to be in McAllen. It'll be $100 for the 3 days, and of course at nationals is $250 for training and coaching at nationals. But and that's cool. And normally in that case, I probably take about 5 students. I normally break it at under 10 students whenever I have a major tournament like this, and normally I get that. Yeah. Hey, love the show. I love it. Seen most of them. All right, awesome, man. They're on the YouTube channel of ACTITUD y PASIÓN, and or you can go onto the Brownsville Royal Night page and see them there. And of course, they're always on my profile page. But definitely, yeah, let's hook up and let's see what happens. All right, so let's look at this here. The knight and the bishop are attacking this square. We're still working on the same idea. So the idea here is to open up this file here. So believe it or not, the idea here. Hey, Mike Marshall, how's it going? You doing all right? You're a good friend of Daniel, right? So the idea here is to sacrifice the knight because that would be like a checkmate here. Pawn has to take, the bishop's controlling this square, and again, it's kind of like an what's it called? Anastasia made in a sense, but it's not Anastasia. All right, so here we go. Again, all the knight has problems, right? We can capture this way, and we would expose the file for the rook, and that's probably the move to do. But see what else we can do. What else can we do? Well, we have the double check, either here or there. Um, and of course, but we don't get anything else, right? Do we? So if we go double check, the king goes here, we have no more checks. However, if we go here and he goes here, we can still go here, and he's got to go here. But notice there's nothing here, or is there? So that is the move. We go check, right? He moves here. Uh, Another check, sacrificing. You remember the bishop's controlling this file, and then pawn takes the knight, discover check, and the queen has to block. And of course, there's the checkmate. Does that make sense? And cool. So, guys, these are very good checkmate patterns. Look at this. So this is really simple because the queen simply goes there and we have the checkmate. That's the pattern it's going to do. So what are we going to do here? The bishop's attacking here. What's the move? What do you think the move is? So if we go here, he's going to go there, and then we go there. Or we can go here, and the queen's got a block, right? The queen's got a block. And could that possibly be the move? Let's see. Which one do you think it is? Is it bishop queen here, and then he goes here, and then we go there, and he blocks? Or is it queen here first, and if he blocks, then we go up here? What do you think? This is hard. This is hard to go. We also, no, we don't have this because actually we do have that, right? But we also have this free bishop. So let's go with this one. Let's say okay, that's the move, right? So now what do we do? Let's go check over here. And now what do we do? Look at this. The move is this. Boom. Right, here it is. And now we have a discover check. Boom. And now this bishop's attacking that square, and we simply go here for the checkmate. This is a very basic checkmate pattern. Look at this. Two bishops attacking. The knight's attacking that square, right? So what's the move? Well, obviously the move is here. It's giving you the answer. That would be the checkmate, right? So now, how do we create that in this idea? Well, we have this. Look at this. We're controlling that. When the king moves to a square, I always like to say, okay, think of where he's going to move. If the pattern is the same color, see, if the pattern is the same color, we're looking at a bishop move. If the color is the same color, we're looking at a bishop move. It's normally going to be a diagonal, so it'll be either a queen or a bishop, because the queen moves like a bishop. Now, if the pattern is that the king is in one square and he's able to move to another different color square, and they're like this, then we follow the line. And what kind of line is this? This is a rook line, like a file or a rank. if the king is here and he's able to move to this square, we follow the line. So we're looking for a rook move. So in this case, the king can move here and here. We follow the line. Oh, guess what? We're looking for a bishop. So the bishop goes there. Does that make sense, guys? Do you understand what I'm saying here? All right, guys. So with that, guys, I'm going to stop sharing. I think we went over a little bit or close to time. My bad. I've been at a chess tournament, and then I did like 3 lessons after the chess tournament at the library. Guys, I'm about to run out of battery. So, guys, you have an awesome weekend. Those of you, Alexander, we'll see you tomorrow on your chess lesson. Alexander's one of my students from California. And of course, the rest of you that need to sign up for lessons, give me a call. Yes, Daniel, I'm going to have a great night too. You too, man. And so, good night. Bye bye, Alexander. Take care. And we'll see you next time we see you. And you take care. Adios.